Hi you guys, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and today I'm going to be creating a one-layer card with a little bit of ink blending and some black stamping. This card is very simple to recreate, and it's clean with a little pop of color mixed with some black and white. Some of my favorite things. So let's jump right in. I'm going to be using the If Friends Were Flowers stamp set, and this floral cluster is going to be the focal image for my card. And the idea that I have is to stamp the florals in black and have a little bit of ink blending masked off behind them. So I'm using the floral cluster there just as a guide to know where to put my masking tape to mask off that portion of my card that I want to be showing. And I'm kind of ashamed to admit that this took me longer than it should have, and in the end I didn't get it quite how I wanted it to be. My masked portion is in the center of my card and I wanted it to be more towards the bottom, but in the end I'm happy with the way it turned out. So now that I have my little strip masked off, and this isn't very big, it's probably in the end probably about 1.5 inches maybe, because I did end up moving my tape a little bit from where it is here. So I have the rainy day stencil, and I have an obsession with clouds and these like bumpy cloud border stencils. I love them. So, and one of my favorite things to do, of course, is to rainbow all the things. So I have a bunch of inks from the LDRS Creative Hybrid Ink Mini Cube line, and I am just going to blend on these inks using some blender brushes. And I am making sure to clean my stencil in between each ink application so that I don't get mixing too much. I mean, I want a little mixing. You're going to see here on this next one, I'm going to bring in some blue, some Volley blue. It's my favorite. And I got a little too crazy with this. I loved that yellow, and I completely disregarded the fact that blue and yellow will mix to make green, so I lost my yellow cloud. But that is okay, because in the end, when I peel this back, you're going to see how pretty this ink blended scene is here. It actually kind of reminds me of a sunset mixed with like a little green in there. So this is my ink blended background, and my idea is to take this floral image from the If Friends Were Flowers stamp set and stamp it over the top so that part of it is in front of that ink blending and part of it hangs above and below the ink blending. So you have that mix of black and white with that pop of color. So I'm using the Raven Hybrid Mini Ink Cube, and I'm just going to stamp that down. And I have my magnet here in my stamp platform, and it kind of got in the way, so I'm going to have to press down harder where that magnet is kind of interfering with my stamping. That's no problem at all. This hybrid Raven ink is fabulous. So once I had that main ink, or that main floral cluster stamped, I went ahead and grabbed some of the extras from the If Friends Were Florals or Were Flowers stamp set, and I am just kind of adding those on to get even more of that black and white floral image. And I love the way these images add on and build up that cluster. And you can kind of see here, I didn't get that one stamp close enough, but I'm just going to go in with a black pen and extend that line. And you can see here that it's all fixed. It looks like one large image all stamped together. So I grabbed a sentiment. I love this friend script that's in that stamp set. So I knew I wanted to use that. And I wanted to have one of those smaller print sentiments that go along with it. So I chose Hello Beautiful. So the whole sentiment together will read, Hello Beautiful Friend. I am just going to stamp that up with the Raven Hybrid ink again. Once that's stamped, I am going to go ahead and use my glitter pen to add some glitter just to the florals that are in that ink blended section. So you can kind of see here that that glitter just helps amplify that color. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this card, and I will see you all next time. Bye!